Hey everyone, it's me again. Whoop. And my hair is just it's just trying to escape. Um all right. So, as promised I did some looking into stuff and tried to kind of help figure out ways that people can watch the documentary coming up, preferably for free. Let me see here. Hold on. Computer's having a little heart attack here. There we go. Oi. Come on. There you go. That's a good computer. Alright, anyway. Right, so let's get down to business. If you want to watch the documentary, chances are, if you're like me, you haven't had cable since like a billion years ago. The last time I actually had cable was, what, like 4 or 5 years ago? Maybe when I lived in an apartment where they forced you to have cable. Yes, that's a thing. Some apartment complexes, like, they just forcibly include that in your rent. They're like, you have cable. We cut a deal with the cable company, so you have to have cable. Everybody pays, no choice. So yeah, that was the last time I had cable. But I haven't had cable since then, and I don't plan on getting cable again. Um, I prefer streaming services, as do most of us. So if you have cable, great. Watch it. Watch it on Vice TV because you more than likely get that channel. It's on pretty much every basic cable package. So if you don't have cable, like me and like many people my age, well, we have a few options. Let's check it out. Okay, here we go. Let me stick my big face up here. Not that you really want to see it, but where did it go? There you go. I'm back. All right. So let's check out the options here. So our choices here are, pretty simple. This is the Vice TV website, okay? And remember how I told you yesterday, or it was either yesterday or the day before, that the Vice website literally tells you to like just totally use somebody else's account. I wasn't kidding. They really did say that. Let's see here. How do I watch Vice? Watching on TV. It gives you like a link to figure out what channel Vice is on for whatever service provider in your area that you happen to be using. It's pretty straightforward. But again, we're talking about if you don't have cable. So there are apps that you can use. You can get Vice TV on iOS, Android, Apple TV, Roku, or even Sling. Now, I don't know about the iOS and Android stuff. I'm not really sure. Like, if you, I think in these two cases you would have to have a cable login to use these. I'm not 100% sure, but $5 says that's what it is. Apple TV. I don't know what the deal with that is. I'm not an iOS or Apple person. So if anybody out there knows anything about how Apple TV works with live TV stuff, please let me know. I don't even think this is for live TV. I think this is for like if you want to download episodes of stuff that's already shown. Now, Roku. That is something that apparently you can use. I have it installed on my Roku. I have a Roku TV, so it's able to receive a lot of different channels. I haven't tested it out yet because I barely ever turn on my TV for anything. But I will test it out tonight. And let you know if I'm able to get Vice TV on my Roku TV. I should be able to. I mean, I installed the channel. It doesn't have me like, it didn't give me like a little paywall saying, hey, how are you going to pay for that, or anything like that. Now there are some things you have to pay for a subscription for on Roku. Like if you wanted to have HBO Max on Roku, you'd have to pay for a subscription for that. I have HBO Max though, completely separate from Roku. It's worth it. You should get it. Let's see here. So back to the website over here. Sling. Sling is another option. See, you can get these two packages. I'm not really sure what the difference here is. Like, this is really weird. So Sling Blue. Oh, okay, I get it. You get different channels. You get different types of channels on each one of them. That's really weird, though. Like, oh, I guess you get more sports channels on this one. Oh, that's nice. I don't know why that's... So it's literally the same price per month, and you get, like, apparently on this one you can only have one device streaming, and you get like 1 billion sports channels if that's your thing. But both of them have Vice. That's the thing I wanted to point out, is like you can get Vice on both. So that's cool. And you can get this for $10 for your first month right now. That's what Sling is currently offering. Sling is actually a pretty good little service. I don't personally have it, but I used to live with somebody who did have it, and I mean, they had a bunch of good stuff on there. I liked it. Let's see here. Yeah. So I don't know, if you want to test that out, and you have $10 to throw at it, Sling might be an option. But if you want to go for a free option, and I use free with quotation marks there, there's this service called, I don't know if it's pronounced Philo or Philo. Is it like the Greek dough, like that you use to make spanakopita? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, there's this. You can get a free trial, 7-day free trial. Now this is cool because they have unlimited DVR, whereas Sling I think only has 50-hour DVR. But you get unlimited DVR, no contract. Both of them are no contract. And this one has like 60 channels. I don't know how many channels are on here, but it doesn't look like 60. Let me see here. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Yeah, no, there's nowhere near like 60 channels. But this guy has 60 plus channels, $25 a month. That's vastly cheaper than Sling. Sorry, Sling. And like I said, you get a 7-day free trial. So if you're looking to not spend any money, this might be your option. You can just sign up with Philo or Philo, whichever one you want to pronounce it like. And it does indeed have Vice right here. And I guess these other lovely channels. Cool. Yep, see? Vice. Bloop. And you can just dip out after that like right before the 7-day free trial ends. So you don't have to pay, and be like, oh, I changed my mind. And you're able, you can watch Vice and watch the documentary, and maybe catch some of this other cool stuff. Wow, they have Teen Nick, cool. Oh, they have Nickelodeon, Nicktoons, and Nick Jr. Oh man, I might actually get this service. This looks good. I mean, I don't need to get the service. I already have a way to watch this, but still, this is looking good. The devices. Let's see what devices you can watch on here. Okay, so you can watch this on, let's see here, on your phone, your tablet, TV, or laptop. Okay, so that's cool. This has a lot of ways you can actually watch the stuff that you get with this package. That's pretty versatile. I don't know if you can just watch whatever. Watch Sling wherever you want. I mean, let's see here. Okay, yeah, apparently you gotta get like a device for Sling, which, geez, Sling, man, you're not looking any better than this thing over here. Okay. Oh, okay, look, yeah, 30. It only gives you 30 plus channels. Gives you a buttload of movies too. No hidden fees. I don't know. It felt pretty hidden that you wanted me to get a device for $80. So yeah, Sling seems like probably the least appealing option so far. If you're gonna sign up for something, I would sign up for this thing here maybe. Um, if you want to go like super expensive and you just freaking love throwing money at things, here's another option: Hulu. You can subscribe to Hulu Live TV. And here's all the channels for my particular area that it will give me if I sign up for Live TV. It's a lot of stuff, but you'll notice, of course, that good old Vice is right here. Actually, they have a lot of good channels too. Yeah, now see, the thing that sucks about this, though, is Vice TV, or not Vice TV, Hulu Live TV is like, oh my god. Last time I checked, it was really expensive. Hold on. Damn you. Why is it not showing me the price? Pain in the butt. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Hulu Live TV is like $1 billion. Let's see here. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, this is $64.99 a month. That's a lot. Now, let me see here. That's for Hulu plus Live TV. I don't know if you can get Live TV by itself. And as far as I'm aware, there's no like way to get Live TV by itself. Like you can't just get Live TV and not get Hulu, the rest of the catalog that they have. But it has Vice, so I don't know. If that's your thing and you're actually looking to upgrade your Hulu package to have Live TV on it, this might be an option, albeit super freaking expensive. Yeah, so those are the options I've found so far. Hulu's the most expensive. Then there's Sling. No, Sling is more expensive than Hulu still. It's still like you gotta pay $80 for the device and then like $1 billion. Well, okay, monthly Hulu is more expensive. One-time fee wise, Sling is next, but like still more expensive if you're doing that one-time fee. This Philo, whatever thing, this is the least expensive of the, having to sign up for a service options, other than this Roku thing, which is still a little bit of a question mark. I don't think you have to pay for it if you have a Roku device already. I think this is something that you can watch for free. I will check though, and get back to you on that tomorrow to make 100% sure. If it turns out that it's something you've got to pay for, I'll let you know like what kind of price range you're looking at. Let's see here. Yeah, it claims that you can download shows, most of them, it says most of them, on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Vudu, Microsoft, PlayStation Video, and more. And again, I don't think that's talking about Live TV. I'm pretty sure that's only talking about episodes of things that have already aired. And then it's like, but I don't have cable. Let me see here. Yeah, it's like, but I don't have cable. Yeah, like most of us. If you don't have a cable provider account and can't bum one, see, they totally are like, yeah, just use your friend or your parents or whatever, ex or whoever's account. We don't care. It's like, if you don't have a cable provider account and can't bum one, don't sweat it. We offer select episodes for free at vicetv.com. Watch current and archival Vice shows without a login here. Let's see here. And I never will have cable. We don't have a standalone subscription service yet. We're working on it. I wish they'd hurry up with that. I mean, honestly, doing a pay-per-view thing, like for certain stuff you want to see, like in this case, this particular documentary, would have been smart for them, but no shade, Vice, sorry. I hope you get that sorted soon, though. Let's see here. Yep. And that's about all. I mean, you can write to them and yell at them if you want. But I think that's only if you have issues. Or no, that's for closed captioning support. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. That's about it. Yeah. See, it even jokes about it here again. If you or your ex's stepsister's parents have cable, log in here to stream full episodes often before they air. See, they like high key do not care if you use somebody else's login to watch their stuff. Like they clearly care more that you watch their stuff than if you're doing it, by throwing more money at them. So that's encouraging. But yeah, that's what I found so far. Oops, there you go. Yeah, that's what I found so far, and hopefully you're able to. Oops, the chat's not showing. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh, wait, I didn't want it to show there. Hopefully you're able to watch some way or another. It's it looks like it's possible. If you have the internet, there's got to be a way to watch it. Supposedly YouTube TV offers Vice, but like only in certain areas. I looked it up for my area, and it's not available in my area, so that's really weird. But maybe it is in yours. There is a way to check. Go on the Vice TV website, and they do have a way to check. It was that little link I showed you, the channel finder, to show you which channel Vice TV is on your provider, and in the drop-down list is YouTube TV. So if that's your provider, it'll tell you based off of your zip code or whatever that you can or can't watch it. Oh, hey Sarah, looking forward to watching it. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it'll be interesting. Hopefully it'll be good. I think it will be. It looks really awesome. Vinny, how goes it? How goes it indeed? Wait, why is the chat not updating on my? That's so weird. It's not updating in my actual like. Oh, there it goes. It was updating on my streaming software, but not on my not on the actual YouTube website. Is really weird. So I've got Charter Spectrum cable. I'll check tonight for the Vice channel. Hopefully it's included in my cable package. Cool. I mean, it should be. Like, Vice seems to be one of those channels that's just kind of like it's part of people's basic, like most basic packages that they have. So chances are, if you have cable, even if you have like the most basic package ever, you probably have it. So give it a shot and check it out. If you need that website again, Dave, let's see here. Is there a separate Vice Versa channel? Oh no, Vice Versa is a series of specific documentaries that Vice does. And Vice TV used to be called Viceland, but it's the same channel on TV. I forgot why, but they rebranded it to Vice TV, but it's the same thing. So no, there's only one Vice channel on TV that you're going to find. Only one. So it's not a dumb question, though. That's a perfectly reasonable question. There are no stupid questions. Only stupid magazines. and their watchtowers. Just kidding. That wasn't even a good joke. All right, let me give you that website again, Dave, so you can see where you're supposed to check for your for the channel. I mean, you can check through your cable provider website. That's probably honestly the best way to go. But there's also this here it's on vicetv.com. Why do the dogs always want to bark when I'm on here? Like they choose when I'm on stream to start barking. Those are my landlord's dogs, by the way. They're not the brightest bulbs, but you know, I can't fault them. They don't know what they're doing. Seriously, as soon as I get off here, they're gonna be quiet, like they were last night. As soon as I got off, they were like silent. So yeah, it's vicetv.com/en_us/page/about-vice-tv, and then from there you can click on this, find your channel now, and it'll take you to the channel finder. That's where you enter your zip code. We're going to say my zip code is, this isn't really my zip code, but we're going to say it's, I know, 98204. And then you select your cable provider. Let's say Comcast, why not? And then they'll tell you what channel. Boom, just like that. Easy mode. That's provided that for some reason your own cable provider's website can't tell you what channel Vice is on. But yeah, it should be easy enough to find. Let me go back here. I don't know why I gotta make sound effects. I'm sorry for that. Let's see here. Did you see the ABC News report last night on the latest Russia/Jehovah's Witnesses/Vladimir Putin persecution? No, I did not. Not yet. I'll have to go look that up. That sounds pretty interesting. I like how you know, when I talk to witnesses, or back when I was able to catch them on the street, you know, before the pandemic, when I would talk to them about stuff like the Russian ban thing, they would always be really eager to talk about that and talk about how persecuted they are, and how you know, how the ban was unfair. And I remember one of them, it's in one of the not crashes, one of the unwitnessing out in service videos that I did, how they were all like, yeah, that happened, when I asked them about it. And I was like, why would they ban you? And they were like, they said that we were extremists. And I was like, extremist? Yeah. I was surprised they would even say that. Like, if I were them, I would just be like, you know, those Russians, they're just, you know, they hate everything. I would have said anything but, yeah, they think we're extremist. Like, they just volunteer that information. I mean, if I didn't know anything about witnesses, and witnesses told me that about themselves, that would prompt me to go on Google and be like, what? Okay, I need to find out why they're extremists. I want to know more about this. And then that would probably screw them over. Like, I would never want to have anything to do with them after that. Cool, thanks, Ash. The dogs are approving the Vice Watch. Put in Daryl Weilberg's zip code. I don't know Daryl Weilberg's zip code, and I don't want to know it. Actually, if I did want to know it, it would only be so I could avoid his zip code. Just, you know, make sure I don't ever travel there by accident or otherwise. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, so before I go, I wanted to tell you about a quick experience I had. Oh god, experience that triggered me into the next century. Oof. Yeah, sorry, that took me back to the frickin' Tuesday night meeting. yes, I'd like to share an experience that I had out in service. Um, no, but yeah, earlier, when I was out going to get some blood work done, because apparently I'm having some kind of complication with my surgery, so I have to get some testing done. Um, on the way back home, um, the lady that I was riding with, because the place that I went to go get the testing done was like half an hour away from my house. So on the way back home, I was talking to this lady about, about my kids and some, I always forget how I get on these subjects. Like, it's weird. I just randomly wind up talking about, you know, Jehovah's Witness related stuff. I mean, not always, but it happens a lot. Um, yeah, I was talking about, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We were talking about her friend, and her friend, uh, unfortunately, lost custody of his kids to his ex. Not because he's a bad guy, but because he was too sick to take care of them. Like, he has cancer. Um, and I was telling her how rough that is, when you're ill. On top of that, not being able to see your children, it makes you very depressed, and then makes getting better even harder. And I told her I had some experience with that myself because I wasn't able to see my children during the majority of the pandemic, for reasons of not wanting to cross contaminate the households. It was a huge sacrifice, but we made it through it. Um, so yeah, from there we talked about how important it is, your children and everything, how important it is to protect them and to have a good relationship with them. And somehow we went from there to, yeah, my because she was telling me about uh, how her ex is like a terrible dad and has like the most minimal involvement. And I was like, yeah, there's definitely some of that in my family. And then I told her about how, because I was raised in a cult, um, you know, my family shuns me and all this other stuff, and how I accept it anyway because I wouldn't want my kids around that stuff, or people who are supportive of an organization who is okay with that kind of stuff. And I told her some stuff, some statistics about it, and then I was like, oh yeah, by the way, in case you were wondering, the cult I was raised in is Jehovah's Witnesses. She was like, I had a feeling. I'm telling you, I get this reaction more often these days, that people are like, yeah, I knew it had to be them. Those people are just, yeah. Um, I'm laughing at your comment, Dave. Ash is going on the platform for the last experience. God. Um, yeah, but I ended up telling her about, everything that I could think of, because, like I said, we had like a half an hour ride. And I told her everything I could about the cult and how dangerous they are, and she was just like shocked, like completely shocked, continuously. She was like, "Man, I knew they were bad because I have a friend who was raised in that cult, and she would tell me all kinds of stuff, and how rough her childhood was and everything, and how she was always afraid and stuff. But I didn't know it was like this." And I said, "Oh yeah, no, it's really bad." Like, I told her everything, from the shunning to the blood doctrine stuff, to what happened to my mom, to how my mom was married really young and had me really young, and that's because of the cult, to the cover-ups of the child sex abuse and the kinds of stuff that they do to interrogate the kids that this happens to. She was just like absolutely disgusted. I said, yeah. And I even told her about the way that they pretty much digitally stalk people, so they can do the letter writing crap and the phone calls right now, and how they would, be weird and take notes about you at the door so that they could tailor their approach to you better for next time when they do their return visit. But yeah, I finished off by inviting her to watch the documentary. I told her, yeah, if this, if you're interested in finding out more about this stuff, you should check out the documentary that is coming out next week. I'm actually, I'm actually part of it, but it's like there's like way more stuff than just me. Um, like a lot better stuff, actually, I'm sure. um, and I told her like, yeah, check it out, and she actually busted out like a pad and paper and like wrote down, um, the time and the channel and all that stuff. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I've been having people like um, say that they're gonna check this out for the past week or so, because I've been, for some reason, I've just been encountering a lot of people that you know that I've had good experiences talking to about this stuff with, including like just I think it was Monday. Yeah, no, it was Tuesday. Tuesday, I just yesterday I was coming home from the doctor, um, and I was talking to a dude. I think I may have mentioned this yesterday. I'm not sure, but I was talking to a dude on the way back home from the doctor, about stuff like that, and he was like, "Yeah, I have my roommate was a Jehovah's Witness, and when he was divorcing from his wife who cheated on him, um, it was during that time that because of everybody shunning him and everything, he actually ended up finding out all the stuff about the organization. Um, like it's just wild to hear, a non-JW person or even a non-ex-JW person talking about the shunning like that, because usually people don't just straight up bust out the shunning word. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So yeah, I've been running into a lot of people and getting the word out to people that aren't even ex-JWs or JWs. So we're gonna have a lot of different people from various demographics watching this documentary, and I think that's fantastic. So don't think I'm just coming on here and trying to raise awareness about the documentary. I'm doing it out in the wild too. Like I'm trying to get as many eyeballs on this as we can get. So you watching, all of you, if you don't mind, I'd appreciate it if you try to get the word out too. That would be really awesome, because this is like a huge deal. It's like going to be packed with very important info about the cult. It's like really good exposure. Well, good for us, bad for them. So, the more people watching, the better. Let me see here. Let's check out what we got here in the chat. You should see the JWs in the comments section of that ABC News report today. I had a field day planting Vice/Crusaders documentary links in. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. That's what we need. We need more people watching that stuff. I have gone back to the comments section of the Vice documentary trailer, like on their actual YouTube channel, and I saw you there, Dave. But I also saw a bunch of JWs and a bunch of JW apologists, acting like it's just a bunch of nonsense in the documentary, and even saying that it's nonsense because it's ex-JWs saying this stuff. Like that makes it somehow less credible. If anything, that makes it more credible. I mean, we were part of this stuff. We grew up in this crap. We have experience. We were in there. We were inside. Anyway, the stuff they're saying is outrageous in those comments. I mean, oh my gosh. If you're easily stressed out and triggered, don't go to those comments. I mean, don't stress yourself out arguing with internet people. But yeah, if you want a good laugh though, and that kind of stuff doesn't stress you out, go for it. And you're gonna be like, these people have no logic whatsoever. Like they're ridiculous. The brainwashing is like super evident. I remember that that note taking we'd use not at home Not at home slips to write the talking points of interest to build common ground for the return visit. Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I tell people, and they're always surprised. They're like, wait, what do you mean they write stuff down about us? And I'm like, yeah, like if they notice you have toys in your yard, they'll put down has children. If they notice that you're like an animal lover and that you're like, you have like vegan stuff all over you or whatever, like, or Earth Day crap all over, like they'll put down that you love the planet and you're worried about animals and all that stuff, and they'll try to use that to get to you. If you happen to mention in the conversation that, yeah, I can't really talk right now, I'm in the middle of mourning the loss of a family member, but I'll take one of your magazines, but thanks, have a good day. Then they'll write down, yeah, person is currently mourning the loss of a loved one. Yeah, and they'll come back with a magazine specifically having to do with those things. Let's see here. Attraction marketing like an MLM convention or an anti-multi-level marketing convention. JWs are kind of like an MLM. They pretty much are. They try finding ways to instantly dismiss it. Yeah, they do. The people dismissing the documentary. I have my limits nowadays in comments section. Burns me out faster at age 49. It burns me out too, man. I don't blame you. I'm just like, I look at that stuff and I'm like, yeah, I don't have the energy for that. I'm just gonna go lie down. I'm trying to recover from surgery. Like, even if I weren't recovering from surgery, I'd be like, yeah, that person and their like ridiculous lack of logic, they're like the virtual version of somebody doing this. Like, there's no point in wasting your time on that. I mean, if they were somebody who was in the comments section, asking questions, that were like genuinely intellectually curious, like, wait, really? Because I had only heard that Jehovah's Witnesses were this. I didn't know blah, 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 blah. Do they have any proof of this? Like, if they were seriously, like, trying to find out, whether or not that stuff is true and not immediately being dismissive, then maybe I'd be like, yeah, hey, here, check out this link. But am I going to sit down and, like, yell at people on the internet that are talking about how, we're from the devil, or like we're just making shit up? Like, I don't have time for that. Nope. I didn't have time for that years ago, and I still did it, but I definitely don't have time for it now. I truly think the JWs are going into apostate comment sections to count time, and some are deliberately sent by the governing body and higher-ups to watch what the apostates are saying and to re-recruit. Yeah, well, good luck to them on re-recruiting my ass. I don't think they want me anyway. Oh, well, that's not true. Like I said, my grandma told me that the elders told her to be nice to me so that I might change back, referencing me being trans, that I might change back and then I might come back to the organization. Super duper not happening. Even if for some weird reason I decided, this whole trans thing, this is not for me anymore, I think I want to go back to living life as a woman, still wouldn't go back. I would, oh my gosh, I would rather, I don't know, I'd rather have Buffalo take a diarrhea dump in my ear, to quote a famous song. No, thank you. Let's see here. Most of them have no idea that Bethel HQ kept its own apostate library. Yeah, they don't. They don't have any idea of a lot of stuff, and they don't want to know, quite frankly, because it would... Trying not to swear too much. It would screw their whole world up. Like, the walls would cave in on their whole little world, and that sucks. And that's like one of the harder parts of leaving the cult, is you do have to accept that everything is a freaking lie, that your current worldview, your life, your support system, everything is all conditional and based on lies and based on you upholding and believing in those lies. And that sucks. That really, really sucks. You know, because a lot comes with that. Like, once you start accepting that, you know, there's no turning back, especially when you start being public about it. You lose your family, you lose your support system, you lose access to a lot of what you thought was, you know, was just a given in your life. You know, what most people have, you know, without condition. Like, most people that aren't raised in a cult, you know, they have their family. Their family is there, even if their family, you know, doesn't believe the same crap they do. Even if their family doesn't approve of the people they're marrying, even if their family lives halfway across the country or in a different country, you still have your family. But this is not a luxury that is afforded to the people that were raised in the cult. It just isn't, and that sucks. So my heart goes out to the people that, you know, that do figure this stuff out. They wake up and they start the long, arduous journey out and into the real world, because it is not easy. It is not easy, not even a little bit. Even in the best circumstances, it's still not an easy thing to do. Be nice to appeal. Heart tugs with a dose of emotional, sentimental blackmail to rope people back in and try shutting the apostates up, or have Daryl Weilberg call us up prostrates. Oh gosh, that guy is something else. I haven't heard a peep out of him in a while, though. Wonder what happened to him. Especially if most or all of your family are in. I was extremely fortunate not having any kin in when I woke up to walk away. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about when I say even in the best of circumstances. That would be like among one of the better circumstances to be waking up. Waking up in is not having your entire family be part of the cult. But even then, it's still not super easy. Like, I'm sure you went through, you know, your own share of hardships while you were leaving the cult. It's not easy. Like, even if you are financially secure and your family is willing to leave with you and the rest of your family aren't part of the cult, you know, you still have to go through a whole painful mental process. And you still do have to give up people that you may have grown close to while you were in the cult. So nobody really gets out of this unscathed. Oh, hey, Cheryl. David Wicklin, you are right. They do go to the comment section to troll, go after the apostates, and count the time. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. My own grandmother was trying to count time when the producer called her to ask her for comment about this documentary. I mean, I'm not. I wish I could say I was surprised. I'm not surprised though. Like, what else is she gonna do? You know, start yelling at the producer? How dare you? No. I mean, she made the right strategic move for a JW. She was like, nope. You know, I don't have any comment. If you have something to ask the elders. Also, can I have your address so I can send you some literature? Oh man. The more a JW tries to silence me, I say thank you. You just energized me to speak out against Watchtower more, so keep it up. I was tired today, but now you tried to silence me. I am fired up. Good for you. That's good. I'm glad some of us have the energy. I only have energy for certain certain types of speaking up these days. Like I'm still doing my activism and stuff, but comments section, no. Like it just, like I said, there are certain battles that I choose not to engage with because I want to go for stuff that I think I can make more of a difference in. And I know there are definitely some people who are really good at not arguing, but with like discussing stuff like that with people in the comments section. And I've even seen some of them manage to get them to consider things that they're saying. I can't do that though. I'm not really good at trying to convince people of anything, or trying to at least ask them to see another point of view, or to look at some facts. It's really difficult for me to get people to change their minds on stuff, or at least to consider some other information. Which is why I was a bad Jehovah's Witness too. I was not good. I was not good at the door. Yeah, but I am good at I'm good at being in a place like the Kingdom Hall and speaking up and stating facts and then moving on. I can do that. That is something that I'm able to do without much issue. And I know that there are other people who could never, because being in the Kingdom Hall, hell, even passing the Kingdom Hall is triggering for them, and I can totally understand that. People can't even pass a Kingdom Hall in some cases without feeling nauseated or like having a panic attack, and that's 100% understandable. We all have our different strengths, and that's why I always say activism takes all kinds. And I think all forms of activism have value. From Kingdom Hall crashes, which can be controversial, but I still think they have value. If you look at it as something that's meant to plant seeds rather than have an immediate effect. From the Kingdom Hall crashes, to the comments section warriors, to the people who leave the Google reviews, to the people who talk to people out in public, to the people who provide safety nets for people that are, leaving the organization, to people who try to help others figure it out on the way out, not just the ones providing the actual resources, like the financial resources and, living accommodations for when you leave, like halfway houses and such, or shelters, but also the people that, direct people to those kinds of resources, or aggregate those kinds of resources in an easy to read, easy to find location. People who aggregate information, like people that host websites that are just filled with facts, like jwfacts.com, for instance. Like, without that, I wouldn't have anywhere to point people to when I'm out doing my activism. So it takes all kinds. It's super important for everybody to do what they're best at. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm grateful for everybody's part in everything too. Like I said, I don't think I could do what I do without other people doing what they do. Hi, Cheryl. Indeed, the JWs are still on Jehovah's Witness lockdown. That's funny. I haven't actually heard that. Jehovah's Witness lockdown, with nothing to do but boring Zoom Doom meetings and checking out fascinating apostasites to challenge themselves for curiosity's sake. Yeah, that could be dangerous, so to speak. Yeah, it's not really dangerous. It's good. I'm glad they're looking at that stuff. It gets exhausting at times, I know. Like being on a treadmill. Yeah. It takes guts to put your face on a documentary. I kind of miss the carts. I like to walk by very quickly and say, "Don't you know that Watchtower is nothing but a real estate investment scam?" That's good. I mean, you're not wrong. I actually told the lady that I was riding home with today, I told her that too, that they're a real estate scam. I told the guy yesterday too. You were good at cart crashes and on stage after the brother finishes his talk. You were and are excellent at Kingdom Hall crashes, One Bun. Thank you. Thank you both. I appreciate that. Well, I know that they don't have in-person Kingdom Halls, Kingdom Hall meetings open yet. At least not where I live yet. In certain parts of Texas, I know they're starting to open up Kingdom Halls again, and I know other places in the United States they're opening up Kingdom Halls. But not entirely, I don't think. But and I know they're not having carts out yet either, and I know they're not doing, door knocking yet. But like I said in previous streams, I did film a crash for the documentary. Well, not for it. I crash anyway. But they asked if they would be able to film me doing a crash, and I said sure. So we were able to do a crash. Well, I was able to do a crash. I did it. They didn't do it. They didn't follow me in or anything. They just mic'd me up underneath my blazer, and I filmed it on my phone. And some of the footage of that is in the trailer at, I believe, the 47-second mark. You can see a teeny tiny snippet of the crash that I did. So there is a crash that nobody has seen yet, and it will be in the documentary. And I don't know if they're actually putting the whole thing in the documentary, but if they don't, I mean, it doesn't matter, because I will be uploading that crash right after the documentary airs. Like, it'll be out right after the documentary has aired, so you guys can see the secret crash, as I call it, that has never been uploaded, never been seen publicly until now. And it might help with the withdrawals from COVID, I guess, from not being able to see crashes in a billion years. So hopefully that'll be refreshing to see, because I know that everybody misses seeing activism, videos of activism, and it's been kind of hard to come by lately. I still have a lot of footage to upload from the activism I've been doing lately, though. Having a study with that elder, going to the meetings, because I have been going to those meetings, and the 2 memorials that I went to. I still have a buttload of footage from all of that stuff that I just mentioned that I have not uploaded. The only reason I didn't was because I was super sick for the past few months, and then I just got the surgery last week, on Wednesday of last week, actually. So it's just been nonstop, sickness, and then this recovery, and now I'm having a complication from the surgery. So I'm getting to a point where I will hopefully be able to start uploading those things again. But I will absolutely make sure to get that Kingdom Hall crash out the day that the documentary comes out. It'll be out right after it airs. I'm going to make sure to time it, I'm going to have it set to where it will publish right after the documentary airs. So you guys can see the crash that has not been seen. It was done in 2018, so it's been hard. I've been wanting to put it up, but I told them I wouldn't until the documentary aired, because they did ask me to hold off on that until it aired. I mean, legally, if I wanted to, I could have uploaded it right away, but I didn't want to spoil the documentary. So it'll be out, and I think I've mentioned this a billion times already. It was the first crash that I ever did presenting as male. So I was dressed in my my half-ass suit, like Dave said. You know, my mismatched, like, I guess you would call them, what, like tan pants or something? Khakis. They were like khaki colored, but they weren't khaki pants. They were dress pants. And my, my navy blazer and my tie and my dress shirt and everything. And they were very rough with me. This crash happened right before I did, like, this was in October of 2018, and then in 2019, in the spring of 2019, is when I did the Rick and Morty crash, the one with the blue hair. So this one happened before that, and yeah, they were not nice to me. They grabbed me. They were rough with me, and I'll point out something when it comes out, but we'll just say there's some Freemason stuff in the crash, and maybe I'll get on a live and show you in a freeze frame so you can see it better. But you'll see. My sport coat non-public talk suit. Yes. I wouldn't have been allowed to do a talk on stage. But yeah, they were rough with me. It's because they 100% perceived me as being a born male. So even though I was really, I'm short. I'm 5'4". I think it's actually because I was so tiny, and I am so tiny, that they were extra rough with me. They were still picking on me really good there. And yeah, they did hurt me. But, it was actually very invigorating experience because, not that I don't enjoy crashes, like I don't think they're fun, but it was like invigorating because it felt really validating to me that they viewed me the way that I see myself. Like, I felt good that they were like treating me the way that I expect to be treated based on how I view myself. It always felt weird that they were so. I mean, they weren't like super gentle with me toward the end of me presenting as female and doing crashes, but in the very beginning, like for the majority of those crashes, they were always like, "Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. You can't do that, ma'am. Can you please come outside, ma'am, ma'am?" Like they were like really like almost afraid to touch me, and afraid to really get too rough with me. But when I started presenting as male, they were like, "Get him!" Yeah, and they would like do everything except literally fuck me up. Oh, excuse my language. Yeah, they would do everything except like actually like throw down and literally fight me. But I could tell they wanted to, and you'll see the looks on some of their faces that they really wanted to kick my butt. So yeah, you got one free unseen Kingdom Hall crash coming up, which I know everybody misses the Kingdom Hall crashes, and it sucks that I can't do them, but you got at least one coming. So there's that. I still can't believe you got in with that Rick and Morty hat. Oh, it wasn't a hat. It's a wig. I have it right next to me, actually. I still have the thing. Let me see if I can pull it out. Sorry for any noise. It's in my bag of props. Here we go. Yeah, this is my wig. It's a little flat right now because it's been in a bag for years, but this is it. It's blue hair. And yeah, I can't believe I got in with that either. That's ridiculous. Like, that just, the whole point, like I said back then, was to show you, like, their brains are so turned off. I don't mean that in an insulting way either. I mean that in like almost scientific way. Like they don't think for themselves when they're at the Kingdom Hall, or even sometimes outside of the Kingdom Hall. They were just thinking, oh, this person has an invitation. Disregard what they actually look like. Let them in. It's the memorial. Come as you are. And I first got the idea that that might be the case at the memorial before that, the one where I went with Stacy, because I had gotten a couple of invitations, for the memorial that we went to, just in case they asked for one. I had no intention of dressing up for the memorial. I wanted to just go dressed how I normally dressed, which I did, and that's why I brought the invitation, because I figured if they just saw somebody, dressed kind of weird, maybe they might question it, but not if I had an invitation. They would totally be fine with that. And they did ask me for my invitation. I showed them my invitation, and they let me in, despite me wearing, I think I was wearing like a Metallica shirt and my Rick and Morty cap. I don't have that right now, but wait, do I have it right now? I don't know where I put my hat. I still have that hat though. It's around here somewhere. But yeah, I was like, I didn't even take off my sunglasses at that memorial. So yeah, I was like, if they let me in looking like that, I wonder how far I could push that. Like, I wonder if they really don't care how you look as long as you have an invitation. So yeah, turns out they'll let you in no matter what you look like. They don't discriminate as long as you have an invitation. But yeah. Anyway, that's enough of wandering down memory lane. I will go ahead and let y'all go for tonight, because I don't want to keep y'all forever. Hopefully y'all have something more fun to do than hang out with me. Not that I suck or anything. I mean, I can, but like, I want y'all to have fun or get some rest. Go relax and unwind. That's a Black Mass wig if I ever saw one. We were a lot more lenient as attendant brothers for Memorial Time. Yeah, you're supposed to be, and that was the assumption I was operating under. Because I remember, like, I saw people growing up that would come in their work clothes and stuff. Some visitors dressed up, I remember, but many didn't to the formal suit, tie, and dress level demanded of a rank-and-file JW. Right, exactly. And honestly, I thought at the memorial I was at with Stacy, I thought that it would help me blend in more if I dressed like I didn't belong, because then they would think, oh yeah, that's a person with an invitation, and they don't realize what how you're supposed to dress here, so clearly they're somebody that got invited. They're not one of us. I thought that would make more sense than if I showed up all in a nice outfit or whatever, a formal outfit. Let me see here. Did I miss something? I don't know what is with this thing. Okay, yeah. But yeah, as far as it taking guts and everything to show my face on a documentary, I mean, I guess so. I mean, I don't really know. I just thought, I didn't give it a second thought. When I was asked to participate in it, after I was put in touch with the director originally, and then he was like, yeah, I like your story and stuff, and I was wondering if you would want to participate. When he did actually officially ask me to participate, I didn't give it a second thought. I wasn't like worried about oh, how is the country going to view me, or whatever. Like, the only thing I was really worried about is representing activists well. I didn't want to make Ex-Jehovah's Witnesses or activists look bad. But then I realized, that's not entirely my burden to bear. So, all I can do is be myself and represent myself, and that's what I did. I still do hope that I didn't make any of us look bad, but I guess that's really in the eye of the beholder, right? Will your grandmother and brother watch it? I don't think so. I mean, maybe my brother will sneak a peek at it, but I highly doubt it. He's like super indoctrinated. My grandma, definitely not. She won't watch it. And if she does, I will be so surprised. I mean, I know she knows that she was in it. She found out after the fact, like years after the fact, that she was in it. But I don't think she'll watch it. She's a quote-unquote good Jehovah's Witness, so it would be very naughty of her to watch it. Hey, will I do a live stream for it? I wish I could, but for a couple of reasons I'm not. Oh, I knew what you meant. Yeah, I make that same typo. I wish I could, but for a couple of reasons I won't. One, I want to actually sit there and like pay attention to it and like, just fully immerse myself in it, because I haven't seen any of what's in it. Like even the stuff that I'm part of, I don't know, like I don't know how they put it together. I don't know what parts they kept and put together. And honestly, I can barely remember what was filmed for me either, because like it's been almost 3 years at this point. So that's one thing, just because I want to pay attention properly. I'd rather not be doing a live stream of it. Two, for legal purposes, if you're talking about me actually streaming it on YouTube, like streaming the show, I can't do that. My channel will get nuked from orbit if I do that. YouTube does not screw around when it comes to live streaming copyrighted content. They will take away my ability to live stream and possibly even like strike my channel entirely, or even just nuke my channel. I've seen that happen before. So I would, but I can't do that. So sorry about that. Oops. Yeah, sorry about that. I would if I could. However, that being said, if you find that you cannot, for whatever reason, like if you're unable to catch the show because it's live and you're not going to be available at that time to sit down and watch a show, contact me on my Facebook page, the One Bun. I'll link it in this. I'll link it in this live stream. Hold on one second. Yeah, actually, what? I'll link it in the live stream once I'm done. Yeah, I have a Facebook for this YouTube channel. It's the One Bun. I'm gonna link it once I hop off here in a sec. It'll be in the description of this live stream. So message me there if for some reason you're unable to use any of the methods that I said at the beginning of this stream to catch the show live. Like if you just straight up can't, like you straight up just can't watch it live because like you're going to be at work or something. Because there are methods, like free methods and stuff, that you can watch it if you want to watch it and it's not, and you don't have TV or whatever. There are ways. Check out the beginning of the stream. But if, like I said, if you cannot watch it at that time because you're just not going to be around when it's showing, like I said, message my Facebook page, which I'm going to put a link to. It's a page. It's not like my personal page. It's a page for this YouTube channel. Message me there, and I'll hook you up. Okay? And I mean that. Like that goes for anybody watching this, and I'll mention it again tomorrow. That I'll help you out if for some reason you just can't catch it live for whatever reason. All right. I hope that helps. I want as many people to get the opportunity to watch this as possible. So I'm glad to do whatever I can to make that happen. you know, within reason and without getting my channel nuked. But alrighty. Oh, Gary Kunkel said YouTube nuked his comments and he had to create a new, different name. Yeah, I heard about that. Isn't he King of the Dots now? Yeah. Oh, Gary. Alright, folks. Well, I want everybody to have a fantastic rest of their night, and I will catch you back on here tomorrow, because like I said, I'm going to make it a point of streaming every single day until the documentary comes out. And then the day the documentary comes out, right after it airs, come back to this channel to check out the full live Kingdom Hall crash. Well, it's not going to be live. I mean, I might premiere it, so it'll act like a live, but it's not going to be live. It happened in 2018. But yeah, come back to this channel right after the documentary airs to see the full footage of the Kingdom Hall crash that I did when I was being filmed for the documentary. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I will reiterate tomorrow all the different methods that I mentioned here today and what I just said like a couple minutes ago about if you can't watch it because you aren't going to be around at that time. Alright, cool. Everybody take care. Peace out.